The following video will explain the different types of pig housing and the types of pig pens. There are several different types of pens that you will want to separate your pigs into during the course of their lives. The first of these pens being what is called the farrowing and suckling pens. The sow is brought to the farrowing pen 1 week before farrowing. The sow will stay in this pen for 5 to 8 weeks until she is removed, which is called weaning. The sow's piglets will remain in this pen until they are 12 to 14 weeks of age or reach 55 to 65 pounds. While the sow is in the farrowing pen, she will be confined to a farrowing crate a few days before and up to a week after birth. The reason for confining a sow to a farrowing crate is to reduce piglet mortality caused by overlaying or trampling. After weaning, the sow is considered a dry sow. She will be placed into a pen referred to as the dry sow pen. A sow will normally come into heat within 5 to 7 days after weaning and will continue to come into heat at 3-week intervals until she has been successfully mated. The average interval between weaning to conception can vary between 8 to 20 days depending on the management of the farm. While in the dry sow pen and during the period until pregnancy, the sow is best kept in a pen or stall close to the boar pens. Once the piglets that were in the farrowing crates reach a weight of approximately 50 pounds, they will be moved into a different building and different pens, commonly known as the growing and finishing pens. The pigs in the growing and finishing pens will grow from 50 pounds up to 200 to 250 pounds. The growing and finishing stage can be broken up into 2 stages if preferred. You can place the piglets into pens where they will grow from 50 pounds to 125 pounds, and then once they reach 125 pounds, you can place them into a larger pen where they will continue to grow to their full weight. Growing and finishing pens can hold up to 30 or more pigs. However, groups of 9 to 12 or even less show better growth performance. The final type of pen that will be on a typical pig farm will be what is called a replacement pen. A sow will produce 3 to 6 litters during her lifetime. Therefore, after the sow has had her lifetime amount of litters, you will have to replace the sow with a young gilt. You should separate your young breeding stock from the rest of the litter at approximately 3 months of age. The reason for doing this is because they will be fed less intensively than the growing and finishing pigs. Gilts are first covered when they are 7 to 9 months of age or when they weigh 230 to 265 pounds. After mating or artificial insemination, they can be kept in the same pen up to 1 week before farrowing, where they are then placed in the farrowing pens. Some general requirements for pig housing include easy access to a good, all-weather road, well-drained ground, and sufficient distance from residential areas to avoid nuisance of odor and flies. An east-west orientation is preferable to minimize exposure to the sun. A lot of ground cover, such as bushes and grass, are also helpful to reduce the amount of reflected heat. Pig housing should be simple, open-sided structures as maximum ventilation is needed. The flooring in the housing should be made of plastic, concrete, or cast iron with small slats in it. This allows for shock absorption, ammonia emission release, and minimal heat conduction to keep the pigs cool. If you separate your pigs into these various types of pens and follow all of the general guidelines, you will be able to raise healthy, productive pigs in an organized and safe environment.